I've been talking a lot lately about the sheer narcissism and selfishness present in a lot of groups in America that just never ceases to baffle me and piss me off. I've attacked a lot of the left recently, but let's get back to another thing that's in the media spotlight right now, which is the whole can we discriminate against gays or not? I don't understand what drives people to need to be able to not just be disgusted by something privately, but to express that proudly. I wasn't raised in a family where it was accepted to treat people like others. I never was shown racism when I was very young. I did when I was older, and I lived in an extremely racially binary area. There was Mexicans, not Latinos, not Hispanics, Mexicans, and they were roughly about 60% of the population in the town I lived in. And then there was white people. Everybody was either lower middle class or on the upper side of poor. And there were no black people. There were no Asian people of any of that. I don't like saying words like Asian when there's Korean and people from Laos and Japan and yada yada yada. There was just zero of that. I never really knew any black kids my age until I moved to Texas. I knew adults, and they didn't have that urban, or see, that sounds racist even saying urban. They didn't listen to rap music. They didn't dress in the way you see rappers dress. They were just like anybody else. And I was around gay people pretty frequently. When I was about 12 or so, we had roommates who lived in the other half of the house, and they were a lesbian couple. And they were completely fucking normal people. And I just don't understand that kind of bigotry. I just don't understand it. It just does not click with me at all. And, I pride myself on being a very empathetic person. So when you see this being pushed at a legislative level in the fucking federal government, it freaks me the fuck out. And the way these people do their reasoning is retarded. Is because this 80%, at the very least, 80% of the country is Christian. Roughly like 50% of that 80%. So like 40% of the country is profoundly religious, what they call evangelical. And I don't think all of them are creationists, but an alarming number of them are science denying, whatever. But they have a foothold in government. The Republican Party, which is overwhelmingly evangelical, radical Christian, not just Christian, goes to church on Sunday, minds their own business, but no, the bad news bears version of Christianity has an extreme foothold in the government. And they're coming here and they're using the words persecution. But they're talking about themselves, the establishment, the man, the fucking big time. They're in charge. They have the money. They have the power. They have the majority votes. They have the majority of populace. And they're saying, we're being persecuted. And about what? They're being persecuted because they want us to respect their rights to oppress other people, whether it's abortion, contraception, gay people, atheists, whoever they want to oppress. And us, the still pretty liberal country, because like I said, 20% of us are non-religious, be that new age, atheist, agnostic, doesn't care, doesn't think about it, believes in freaking spiritualism or whatever. Fucking 20%. About half of those Christians mind their own business and don't have a need to fucking oppress people and don't give a fuck whether gay people get married or whatever. And then you have this somewhere between 25-40% of the country that is fucking ugly, just bad people, just people I would never get along with. And it never ceases to amaze me how many of them there are in this first world, very technologically advanced country. And yeah, the economy's in the shitter. It isn't as good as it should be. But when it comes to the rest of the world, America's rich as fuck, and we're spoiled, and it pisses me off that so many of these people use that luxury to be not only ignorant, but hateful. And this is the point. No, you're not being persecuted. You're a horrible fucking narcissist. And you've been taught all your life by your culture, by your media, by your music, by your television, that you get to be yourself and nobody can tell you what to do. Not the government, not the law, and not the prevailing fucking culture of the country, which is, no, you're a fucking asshole. Understand this? You're a piece of shit. Like, sorry to curse, I wish I could be more intellectual about it, but no. The most fitting terminology for what kind of Christians are like Ted Cruz, Bobby Jindal, fucking Chris Christie, fucking Rush Limbaugh, I probably mentioned him, Glenn Beck. You guys are pieces of shit. And it doesn't matter what you couch the language in is, you want to take rights away from people, you want to oppress people, you want to make people second-class citizens. And they're passing laws where it's not just, oh, I don't have to make you a cake. And it's not just, oh, I don't have to let you fucking have a church-officiated marriage. It's, no, you can't even have a civil union. You can't come into my fucking place of business and fucking do business with me. No, we're going to treat you like we used to treat blacks fucking all the way up until like 1960-something. It's disgusting. We should be past this. We should be a century past this. But here we are. There's no nice way to put it. There's no middle of the road. It's fuck you, evangelical Christians. You're bad people. You're bad people. And I should add this, that not enough people say this, is I know evangelical Christians, and they believe the fucking world is somewhere between 6 and 10,000 years old, and they believe every word of the Bible is true, but they have a cognitive dissonance of fucking compartmentalization about it, where these are people who don't treat gays bad, they don't treat atheists bad, they don't even really think about it, but they're complicit. And I know from my best friend being one of them that it was uncomfortable talking about when fucking the last election went around. She voted down the road Tea Party, and I was like, do you realize what the fuck you voted for? The scumbags that you voted for? Do you know much about politics? What these people say, what they think, and what they do? Is their job to make the law of the land? You should feel bad about that. And I told her that, and she just didn't want to talk about it anymore. Cognitive dissonance. So you evangelical Christians who are miffed and your hair might be raised that I'm making this accusation at you, you're complicit. You're an accessory to this bullshit. And if you're not okay with it, say something about it, do something about it, and fucking don't vote that way. Because it's not about religious freedom. It's people going against the Constitution of these fucking United States and the vision of our not Christian founding fathers in order to remove freedom from people and then somehow claim that you're the party of freedom and small government. Bullshit! Republicans, massive government. They want to give you your guns, and they want to fucking take government restrictions off of big fucking business, but when it comes to you, you fucking slack-jawed yokel, they're coming after you. And your rights to your personhood, what you can put in your body, what you can do with your own body, and fucking where you can go in society. Do you understand that you're voting for gigantic fucking 1984 government? Seriously, what the fuck is wrong with you people?